Today's video is one of my favorites to film. I do one of these every season, and today we are doing the winter edition of my wishlist video. We will jump straight into my wish list in just a second, but first I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is Parisa Wang. I have two new in bags to show you from them. My discount code, which will be on screen throughout this portion of the video, will get you 20% off. That is exactly the same as their Black Friday offer, which will launch later on in the month. So I have two new styles to show you today. I want to start with the Micro Madison bag because this is one of their most popular styles. I wanted to road test it for you. I've been wearing it for about a week and a half now, and I absolutely love this one. The reason I love this one is because it feels a little bit vintage inspired, and if you know me, I love anything that could be from an older decade. I really love a vintage inspired design, especially when it comes to my handbags. The locking mechanism on the front does also feel very vintage inspired. You can wear it done up like this for a more office or formal look, or you can actually undo it for a more relaxed, laid back vibe. All of their bags have the feet on the bottom, so if you are laying them flat on the ground, especially for a top handle bag like this where you do tend to place it on a surface, it's really important to keep the leather on the underside protected, and they all have that feet, which is often something that's missing from even designer level brands. Speaking of designers, both of the bags actually that I have to show you today come from the same manufacturer as Prada bags, so you know you're getting that high quality designer level feel for a mid-range price point. Now the second bag they sent me is in this show-stopping burgundy smooth leather. This feels buttery soft to the touch. It is this east-west style bag with these longer shoulder straps. One of my bugbears usually with these east-west style bags is that the straps can be too short to comfortably wear on your shoulder, especially because they are of a longer vertical length. However, this one has a really nice drop on the strap, so it feels very comfortable to wear. Even if you have a thick winter coat on, you can still get this comfortably over your shoulder, and it doesn't feel bulky under your arm. Like I said for the Micro Madison bag, it comes from the same manufacturer as Prada, and it does feel design-wise as well very reminiscent of a Prada bag, but for a fraction of the price, probably about 10% of the price you'd pay at Prada. One of the design features I particularly love about the Gabrielle bag are the magnetic slip pockets on both sides of the exterior of this bag. They are separate to the main zipper compartment, so they are much easier and quicker to access if you are in a hurry or if you have your hands full and you want to get to your phone or your keys really quickly. Now this particular style is crafted from the most luxurious feeling Argentinian smooth calf skin. It has a really supple premium feel, a gorgeous leather smell to it as well. But also because it's a shoulder design, it also has this strap holder that actually attaches the two straps together, so you don't, when you're carrying on the shoulder, you don't have one strap sliding off. It's really convenient to use, it's really secure. Let me know which is your favorite of the two bag styles I've shown today. And remember, if you do want exclusive early access to that 20% off a Black Friday offer before it goes live, then you can use my discount code, which is on screen now. Okay, let's jump straight into my current winter wish list. Let's start with knitwear. I have quite a lot of knitwear on this list at the moment. My favourite topic of conversation when it comes to winter fashion. And as you probably know, I've mentioned it in a few of my videos, I've been obsessed lately with Fair Isle print. I love all of the Fair Isle print knits that I've seen coming out of the current collections. And I have a few on my radar. I think I'm going to buy one, but I have a couple at the moment on my wish list that I'm trying to decide between. So I'd love your input as well. The first one is actually from COS, which is a brand that I almost never find anything that matches my personal style on COS. However, when I saw this knit, I think I saw this on the Sheer Luxe website, they mentioned it as one of their top Fair Isle jumper picks, and I absolutely agree. I think this is a beautiful example of a Fair Isle jumper. Let me just check the description. This is 90% merino wool, 10% cashmere. Oh, what a gorgeous composition. I love the design of it as well. It comes in two colours. The one that particularly piques my interest is the cream, brown and pink, obviously, variation. It has this really nice high funnel neck, but it isn't too high or too tight. It looks a little bit loose, which I prefer for a higher neck. And then a gorgeous brown and pink Fair Isle design. It's quite a subtle variation of this print. It isn't too holiday-esque, too Christmassy, too wintry. I mean, definitely it's wintry, but it's not too festive feeling. I love it. I think this is going to look gorgeous with a pair of jeans. I mean, I love how it's styled on the website with the brown coat. I actually have a coat very similar to that from Totem that I bought secondhand last year, and then just black jeans, I think, or yeah, black jeans and black boots. For the composition, I think the price of this jumper is excellent as well. It's £139, which I think for something that's merino wool cashmere is a really fair price. I really love this one. I think this might be my favorite. It also comes in a black, white and brown, which is also beautiful, but I definitely prefer the cream, brown and pink because that whole color palette, brown and pink are two of my favorite colors, and cream actually, to wear, especially in the colder season. So this one is very, very high on the wish list, maybe my favourite item of the whole video. I had to start with it. I did mention that's not the only Fair Isle jumper that I have on my radar though. There is also this one, which I really like as well. Just noticed this one is on sale at the moment for £77.22 with code NVTT. I'll leave it linked down below. This is the Bianca cotton high neck jumper from Boden. This is in a navy Fair Isle. Actually, I thought it was black, but it is navy, which makes me like it even more. It's a little bit, it feels a little bit more festive in the navy and white. It is a little bit simpler because it doesn't have multiple colours in it. I really like this one as well. I think it's a great option. Is it 100% cotton? Yes, which I love. 100% cotton is actually my favorite composition when it comes to knitwear. So in terms of composition, as much as I love the first one, I would choose a cotton knit over merino wool, even though I love merino wool. So this one gets a big thumbs up for that. I love it. I think, oh, the way they've styled it, it feels very ski vibes. Feels very wintry. It also, I've just noticed, comes in another colourway, a cream and green, which is quite interesting. Oh, I quite like that one as well. I think I prefer the navy and white. Green is not a colour I tend to gravitate towards too much, but if you do, then it could be a good option. I really like it. It's got a similar neckline as the COS one. It looks a little bit tighter to the neck, so I don't love that quite as much, but it doesn't look too tight. And also because it's cotton, I feel like cotton is a lot more comfortable on the neck anyway, even compared to merino wool. So let me know which you would choose of these. Would you choose the cream and green? Would you choose the navy and white? Or would you choose the COS one? I think I'm leaning towards the COS one. However, this is half the price of the COS one, and I do love cotton knits, so the jury is still out. A quick shout out as well to this With Nothing Underneath knit. This is also a knit that I have had my eye on. This is like a limited edition special collection from With Nothing Underneath. I can't remember if it's a collaboration or if it's just... Let me have a little look, because I don't actually have this up on my screen at the moment. This is a little bit more expensive. This is £250. That is quite expensive. This is the Chamonix jumper. Isn't that in France, I think? Oof, I hope I got that right. Yeah, so oversized Fair Isle, always very après, even if you're nowhere near the Alps. I love that. I love the pattern on this one. I love that it's multiple different colors. I love that it is it wool or cotton? Yeah, it's wool. It's 100% lamb's wool, made in Portugal. Really love that. I do like it. I think it's really nice. I love the way it's styled with this Land Rover. It just looks very cool. It's like a British take on a Fair Isle design. It feels like the design is not going to be on the back though, although I don't think they have a picture of the back, so I can't 100% say for sure. That's a little bit annoying. And for £250, I think it's a little bit too expensive compared to the other ones, and it's not special enough. It's not more nice enough. That's definitely not very good English. It's not better enough to warrant double the price point of the COS one. Okay, and the final knit I have on my winter wish list is not exactly a Fair Isle design, although it does kind of have a similar vibe-ish to it. This is the Idris Intarsia cardigan, not sure if I pronounced that right, from Loeffler Randall. Loeffler Randall is one of my favourite brands. I wish they were easier to get in the UK. You can't, they're not stocked anywhere. They stock their shoes, because I think they're most well known for their shoes, but they don't stock any of their clothing on brands like Net-a-Porter or Harvey Nichols, but they do stock their shoes. It's really annoying. I wish they would stock the clothing as well, because I'm much more interested in the clothing compared to the shoes, even though the shoes is what they're known for. So I wish this was easier to get in the UK. If it was, I'd have 100% ordered this, along with loads of other of their pieces from the winter collection. They have the cutest dog accessories, like dog jumpers. They have a dog stocking, which I thought was adorable. A little bit expensive in reality for dog clothing, but very cute nonetheless. But I do love this cardigan. I love the colours, cream, brown and blue. I have to say, blue and brown is one of my favourite colour combinations of all time to wear. I think it's beautiful, and in interiors as well, actually. I think it looks gorgeous, and this cardigan is no exception. I'm just noticing it's actually out of stock in my size, so I couldn't order it even if I wanted to. But if you are an extra small or an extra small, you live in the US and you like this cardigan, I would definitely jump on this. I think it's beautiful. Okay, let's move on to some other pieces, non-knitwear on my wish list now. Now, a brand that I have been loving, and I don't know where this came from. It seems to have come out of nowhere. I don't know if they've got a new creative director or someone new in charge, because they seem to have had a bit of a revival recently and have so many amazing pieces in their current collection, and that is Jigsaw. Jigsaw is a brand that I really haven't paid much attention to ever before. We have one fairly local to me. Actually, I think there's one in my city and in the neighbouring city. Never really go in there. It's always a little bit too expensive and a little bit boring for me. However, as I said, their current collection seems to have turned that on its head, and I love so many of the pieces in there. This first jacket is what really piqued my interest initially, because as you can see, it's a very similar, almost dupe territory of the Mia jacket from Suzanne in the burgundy, which is one I tried a few months ago, and as you know, if you saw the deliberation over the sizes, it just didn't fit me quite right. Despite what people were insisting when it comes to Suzanne jackets, they really just didn't fit very well, whether that came across on camera or not. The shoulders were weirdly tight, then it was too boxy everywhere else, whereas this jacket, the Eve leather cropped jacket in the colour red, has a very similar style design. It looks almost identical. It looks to me, and I hope this isn't just the photos online, that the colour is actually richer than the Suzanne one, which was also one of my bugbears, other than the fit of the Mia jacket. The colour in person was very disappointing. It was washed out. It almost seemed faded, as opposed to the colour on the website, which looked really rich and intense and deep. And this hopefully looks like it could actually be that deep burgundy colour that I was searching for. A little bit similar to the colour of the Parisa Wang bag that I showed at the beginning. Another piece I really love from them, another leather piece actually, is this leather knee length coat in purple. It looks to me more of like a brown on the website, but it is described as purple, so maybe it's like an aubergine kind of browny purple. This is it's kind of a trench coat, car coat situation, but it is, as the name would suggest, knee length. And this one, I think for the price point, looks really excellent. It's 100% leather and it's £485, which for this level of length of coat and leather, I don't think is too bad. I would be really interested to feel this in person and feel what the quality is like. It says it's award winning, but who knows? Again, it's a piece that I would love to try out. I love the chocolate brown colour. Not that I really need a cropped leather jacket and a longer one, so I'd probably have to decide between the two. Again, let me know which one would win out in your books down below. The final piece I wanted to share from Jigsaw, but honestly, go and have a look at their full collection. I'll leave it linked down below because there are so many other pieces that are really nice as well. But this denim tailored panelled jacket caught my eye. I've been loving a denim jacket, and this one is a little bit different to the others that I have. The others I have are more oversized, boxy, relaxed, that kind of vintage Levi's style denim jacket look. This one is more tailored. It's more like a suit jacket, but in denim form, and I really love it. I especially love it as a matching set with the bootcut jeans. I would honestly, if I could fit into these jeans, I'm not sure they would work for me, but if I could, I would totally buy this as a matching set. I think it looks really great, simple but very chic, but I love the jacket. I love that you could wear it done up like that in a very tailored, nipped in at the waist kind of look, or you could probably wear it undone as more of a shacket and get that kind of more relaxed look from it. I love the buttons as well. The buttons look really interesting. I'm not sure what they're made of. Does it say? No, I don't think it says, but they look kind of interesting and different. They're not tortoiseshell buttons. I'm not sure what they are. They almost look like amber stones. They're like an orangey, cloudy stone look. Really pretty, and I think contrasts nicely with the denim. It also has this sort of orange contrast stitching on the denim, so that ties in well with the buttons. I think it's really well designed. £189, which again, I don't think is terrible for this quality. It looks like a substantial thick denim and not just a flimsy chambray or shacket type material. So yes, that's another one that I definitely have on my wish list. Let's talk a little bit about accessories. I have a few shoes and accessories on my wish list. One thing I'm actually missing, all of these things, well, most of these things are more wants rather than needs, but I would argue this one thing is more of a need because I don't currently have it in my wardrobe, and I do feel when I'm getting dressed, I am missing this, and that's a flat leather boot. Believe it or not, I only have heeled leather boots at the moment. I have boots with a small kitten heel in a couple of different colours. I have them in burgundy and in black, and I really do love those. And then I have my Axel boots, also in two different colours, the yellow and the burgundy, which again I love, but sometimes I just want a flat shoe if I know I'm going to be walking a long time, and when I do need a flat shoe, I've just been reaching for trainers because I don't have a flat boot, and I would love to have a flat boot that is more dressy than trainers, more formal, but is just as comfortable to walk around in all day. So I am looking for a flat leather boot, probably in a dark chocolate brown, because that tends to be my preference over black. I don't have a particular pair in mind quite yet, so if you have any recommendations for really comfortable, high quality, flat leather boots, then let me know. I do like this pair from Bobby's. These have actually been on my wish list for a few years. I've never bit the bullet on them. I've never quite gotten around to ordering them, but maybe this will be the time I do. It's the Camden style in Irish coffee. They're £235. They have like the black stretchy elastic on the side. I don't think they have any zippers or anything, so they feel quite minimal. They're like a shiny leather almond toe. They do technically have a small heel. It's about an inch or so high, but I feel like that to me is basically a flat boot. And honestly, that can sometimes be a little bit more comfortable than a completely flat boot, because it just lifts you off the ground slightly and gives you that arch support. Let me know if you've tried these. I still haven't tried Bobbies, which I kind of can't believe because I've been talking about them for years on this channel now. They are a French brand. You'd think I'd have tried them by now, but I haven't. So maybe these are the pair that I will finally order from them to try. But let me know if you do have any other recommendations that you have or you've tried, because I'm definitely in the market for a flat pair of leather boots. A few more accessories on my current wish list. Now, the only item I have on this list today from Sézane, there isn't really much from Sézane that is piquing my interest currently. I've kind of bought everything, the couple of pieces of knitwear, this top, and the other pieces of knitwear that I've bought recently that I really wanted. But one thing I did see on someone recently on Instagram was the PO scarf. It wasn't in this particular colourway, it was in a different colourway. She'd styled it with a trench coat, I think the Bobby trench, and it just looked really beautiful. And it's honestly an item from Sézane that I've never looked at twice. I've never really thought about it. I love my Seraphine wool scarf from Sézane. I love my little cotton Gaston scarves from Sézane, but the PO scarf, which is a bigger version, it's like a cross between the Seraphine and the Gaston, because, oh, it's wool. I thought it was cotton. Okay, I take that back. It's a wool scarf, but it looks cotton. It's a lot thinner. It's not like a chunky, thick, fluffy wool. It very much looks like cotton. It's a very thin, delicate wool. But yeah, it's wool, okay. It's in this Rama print, which is this light blue, and I just thought that this print in particular, this colour, I did mention it earlier, brown and blue, it's one of my favourite colour combinations, and I have a chocolate brown trench coat and I have a chocolate brown long wool coat that I think would look beautiful with this colour and pattern. And as I said, when I saw it styled on Instagram on this girl, it just looked beautiful, and it's an item I've never really considered buying. I don't know why. I just felt like I've got my wool scarves, I've got my little cotton scarves, but this is kind of a hybrid of the two, somewhere in between, and now I think I need one. So this is definitely on my Sézane wish list, the only item on there at the moment. But let me know if you've tried the PO scarf. Do you like it? Do you rate it? I would love to hear your thoughts, because it's not one I've ever tried in person before. I do have another scarf on my wish list, I'll be honest. This is a cashmere scarf. It's from a brand called Guest in Residence, which I found out was Gigi Hadid's brand. I didn't know that, but I saw this scarf. I've seen this a few times in various different colorways recently, and I've really loved it. It is technically like a bandana scarf. It's called the Wild Rag, so it's based off of like cowboy western kind of style. Comes in a whole host of different colors. It's 100% cashmere. It's quite a big scarf. It's not one of the small triangle scarves that I've said I don't really like in the past. It's a proper scarf. It just happens to be in a bandana style, in that kind of triangular shape, and I love so many of the colors. They're all sold out at the moment, even the one I want, which was in stock at the weekend, and I almost bought it, decided I was going to be good and not order it quite yet, and then it sold out and I'm regretting it now. But it does come when it's in stock in 6 different colorways, and the fun thing is they're two-tone, so you get 2 different sides that you can wear this on, because it has one side is, for example, the one I like is brown with the pink paisley design, and then it's flipped, it's two-tone, it's reverse print on the other side, so it's pink with a brown paisley print, and all of the colorways are like that, and it comes in some really pretty colorways. I really like this bright blue version, again this with chocolate brown that's got like a pale whitey ecru on the other side. Other accessories I have on my wish list, I do have this belt from Favette on my wish list. Belts are something I haven't tried yet from Favette, but I love their bags so much that I would at one point love to try their belts. There are actually a few designs of belt from Favette that I really like. On my wish list I have the Adele belt in the black croco print, which matches my Adele bag in the black, actually, do I have the black lizard? Yeah, the black lizard print, so slightly different, but basically the same. It has the same pansy flower clasp on the front. It actually has 2 flowers on the belt. It comes in a couple of different colours. You've got the chocolate, which is nice as well, and then more of like a tan brown with the lizard effect. Really like all of them. They also have this really pretty belt, which is a little bit too dressy maybe for my everyday life, but it has this like dangly sun charm on it. I think it's so pretty and would look amazing if you were like doing a Christmas festive outfit and you just had a simple outfit on, black pair of trousers, but you wore this belt with it. I think it would really elevate it. I really like all of their designs. I would actually love to explore more of their accessories, their wallets, their keychains, their belts. They do a few little pouches and stuff as well. I would really love to explore more of what Favette have to offer, just because, as I said, I love their designs and their bags so much. Randomly, I also have this pair of trainers, which are on sale at the moment on my wish list. I'm having a little bit of a thing, as you can see, for this blue shade at the moment, especially paired with brown. I've mentioned it multiple times in this video, and obviously these trainers tick that box perfectly. I think these are really nice. I'm kind of on the market for a new pair of trainers, and I think these might have to be the ones. They're simple, they would go with everything. They would look great with denim, actually, with that blue, that pop of blue peeking out at the bottom. Really like them. I've had these before in a similar colorway, so I know that they're comfortable and they're hard wearing. I like that they're predominantly leather, so I feel like they're going to last a little bit better than a suede or a canvas trainer might, especially in the winter. They do have a tiny bit of suede obviously on the front, but I think because they're predominantly leather and they've got the gum sole, they're fairly well protected from the rain and the weather. So yes, those are on sale on Selfridges, I think. So if you're after a pair of trainers, they have a few different colorways. They also have them in a black with the V as just a black if you want something more neutral. Finally, rounding up the wish list, I have just 2 dresses on my current wish list. Christy Dawn released a brand new print, actually 2 brand new prints of the Bryn dress, which is actually, funnily enough, a style I don't own from Christy Dawn. I have tried many of their dresses, but the Bryn is a really popular style that I haven't yet tried. And this maroon calico print, it's basically like a pink red floral, ditzy floral, is super pretty. They also released another one, which is really nice as well. This is the Rouge Rosette, which definitely has more of a wintry, Christmassy, festive vibe. Both of them are actually 30% off. They've released these 2 new prints and they've done 30% off them for a limited time, which is what's really tempting me at the moment, but I'm not sure if I'm going to pull the trigger because I have so many Christy Dawn dresses already. But if you wanted to try your first Christy Dawn dress, the Bryn I've heard is a great style from them, and at 30% off, this is the best discount you're going to get these dresses on. Even when they go on sale, it's usually not more than that. So considering they are brand new prints just released and they are already 30% off, I think it's a great time to snap one up. And I definitely feel like these can be styled in the winter. I would wear both of these with a thick chunky cardigan over the top like the Nola from Christy Dawn, and some knee-high boots with tights and a coat over the top, and that would be a way to style it now. And then obviously you could also save it for spring summer and just wear it with sandals. The final dress I have on my wish list is from Doen, and it is the Charleston dress in this Wildberry Thicket print. Apparently this is a really popular print from them that they brought out in 2019, and then obviously it went away for a while and it's back in 2025 in this new design, and I love this print. I can see why this was so popular and I can see why people asked to bring it back. It's just the perfect autumn winter print, autumn winter floral done really, really well. I love all of the colours. I love that it feels very vintage and 70s inspired, and I really like the silhouette of this dress. It'd be an interesting one to try. It's got a deep V, but it's got long sleeves, so it's quite appropriate for autumn winter. Again, I would layer this with a cardigan or a coat over the top, tights and knee-high boots. And yeah, I'm interested to try this design. And in terms of Doen dresses, it's actually almost on the more affordable side. I think it's cheaper than the Ischia or some of their most popular styles. So not crazy. It's 100% organic cotton, and it says it's opaque, which is another thing I look for in Doen dresses, especially in the winter. I don't mind them being a little bit translucent in the summer, but especially if you're wearing them on vacation, things like that. But obviously in the winter, you want something to be properly opaque. That is everything on my current 2025 winter wish list. Let me know what you thought. Let me know which items you would pick, especially when I ask for your opinion. Those Fair Isle jumpers, I'd love to know which is your favourite. Remember, you can get an exclusive 20% off discount code with Parisa Wang currently with my discount code, which will be on screen now. So definitely utilise that if you like any of the bags that I've shown from them recently. I hope you're all doing really well. I'll leave a couple of videos on screen if you're not done watching. Otherwise, I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!